In this video, we're going to change the initial projection of very many different drawings at once. It's a common situation that happens where we import something, and we've imported a lot of things, and we need to change to fix a situation in many different files. And we don't want to do that manually. So let's start by importing a bunch of shape files. And let's see here in Monaco. And I'll put the shapefile filter in so we don't have to go cruising through a million different files. Manifold understands a lot of different formats, as you can see. Okay, so we're going to click here, buildings shape, all the way down to waterways shape. And you can see we can import a lot of different shapefiles at the same time. If we double-click open the buildings shapefile, we see it's drawing of buildings. Now, let's see where it's located on the map. And here I've opened a map with Bing as a backdrop layer, so I'll drag and drop buildings into the map, and we can see right here off of Africa a little dot appeared. If we zoom into where buildings are, we'll see that it's located here in somewhere off the coast of Africa. Now, these are buildings that are located in Monaco, and Monaco is not located off the coast of Africa. That really should be somewhere up in here in Europe. I'm using Manifold Future here, which is a preview of a Manifold build that you can get from the cutting edge portion of the websites, and that shapefile has been imported with a pseudo-Mercator default projection. That's not right. Now we know that these all these shapefiles are in latitude and longitude, so let's change that. Let's set the initial projection to latitude longitude, and now we see there's a dot that appears in Europe. When I right click on that tab and choose zoom, we see that it is indeed in Monaco. So okay, so that file's been correctly set. Now how about all these others that we've imported? And sometimes in a project you can have hundreds of shapefiles that are imported inaccurately. What happened here is that somebody who gave us this collection of shapefiles didn't give us the PRJ, the projection files for them. So there's no way to import them, correctly. Well, we'd like to change all these at once and not have to do that manually. To do that, we can use the MFD meta table here. One nice thing about manifolds, everything is a table philosophy, is that all the different properties of every drawing are exposed right here in this metadata table. And we can see here, for example, in this, let's pick one of these. Let's pick natural, wherever that may be. And if we zoom to fit for Bing Street Maps, we see that another dot appeared off here because that drawing has not been, that shapefile has not been fixed quite yet. So let's zoom back into buildings to Monaco, and let's go back to open up the MFD meta table again, and we can see that here where we changed the projection for the buildings table and the buildings drawing, that's the projection, that's the correct latitude and longitude. And you can see it right here. It says latitude and longitude. That's the correct latitude and longitude. Here it's pseudo-Mercator. That's not right. We want to change all these field coordinate system entries for all the different drawings from pseudo-Mercator to this long field right here. The way to do that is we'll first double click into the table, click Control A, Control C. Now we've copied that value. Great. And let's go here to open the select dialog, and we will select all fields, the property fields, which contain the text value FIELDCOO. And as soon as we get that much done, Radian will preview, the Radian technology behind Manifold will preview what it's going to select for us. I'll click Replace Selection and close that. So now we've selected all these fields here. So now let's change the value for all those from pseudo-Mercator to that long string. And that's, by the way, a JSON string that specifies the projection in JSON format. So to do that, we use the Transform dialog. Click Copy, and I'll click here, Restricted Selection, so it's only going to change those things. And because I want to enter a really long string, I don't want to do it in a little dialog. I'm going to put it in between double quotes, which because it is a string after all, text string. Click Control V. There. And now you see Radian's previewing for us what it's going to do. It's going to change all those all at once to that great long string. I'll click Update Field and we're done. Close that table. If I now go back to the map, we can see that the so-called natural layer is back here, and all the other layers are here as well. I can take roads, drag and drop them here. Points of interest, railways. There's the railways, a rail coming through. And so that's how we've changed all those different tables. We've assigned initial projection to every one of them all at once. If I click here on railways, we'll see that the projection is indeed now latitude and longitude, just like it is for the natural layer. People who recognize, have done a lot of work with OpenStreetMaps, recognize that these layers that we've taken are taken from the OpenStreetMap data sets. They were converted to shapefiles, but they were converted into shapefiles by somebody who didn't include a PRJ. So that's easy to fix. We can do hundreds of these all at the same time. We don't have to, enter manually, change them all manually, the projections. We can just do it like this. And that's part of the value of having everything exposed as a table. Whether you do it sort of semi-manual like we've done it here, where we use the transform, the select dialogs to change a whole bunch of different fields at once, whether you do it programmatically or with the script, it's still all good. It's great to have everything exposed as a table where you can manipulate it whenever you want. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that, and thanks for visiting. Goodbye from Radianland. Well, that was fun. If you want to see more, visit us at www.manifold.net. As always, Manifold delivers the world's most advanced, highest quality spatial products for GIS and DBMS at a low price that you can afford. Once again, that's manifold.net. See you soon.